Okay, so this is what we have so far. I just took a bunch of foam board and just carved it up to different bases and shapes, just so I have some. I might make more later on. This will be the main piece, and I made it well as well. Well as well. Anyway, what I will make now, I think this desperately need, is some Greek-style pillars. And I will do that using this. And I thought that would be a pretty good idea to make columns out of it, and we'll see how it works. I wanted to use toilet paper rolls or anything you could find of that magnitude, but I don't have enough of these, so I'm going to try and make some from this material, which is pretty sturdy. But the others I will try to make just from this. I just roll it about and we'll see how it will hold. It will be pretty flimsy on the inside, but it should work out all right. We'll see how that goes, and let's get to montage mode. Alright, so these are done, and I'm overall pretty happy with how they turned out. They seem a bit chunkier than what I would have liked, but that's just the nature of the cardboard roll. Alright, so what I will do now is I will glue these to the bases, and also I will just cover everything with plaster, just to give the paper a bit more texture and fill in some of the seams between the foam core. And there are also some places where, like here, the foam core kind of ripped, so I want to fix that. So I'll fill everything with plaster, and then we'll see where we go from there. Alright, so the moment I started covering this in plaster, what I noticed is the paper kind of kinked and warped a bit, so I thought, alright, I'll just cover it with Mod Podge first. But as you can see on some of those, let me see if I can find one. Here, like this one. The Mod Podge also kinked the paper, so what I'm gonna do, just the ones that are really bad, I'll probably make into some ruined pillars or broken up ones. And what I would recommend if you want to do this is make sure you have the paper rolls all the way through and not just bracers, just like I did. Also, while they were drying, I made 2 triangles out of XPS foam, glued them together and covered the inside with plaster so it'll look more like stone. Also gave it some pretty nice weight. I'll cover the sides as well to cover any seams or ugly XPS foam tearing. I'll sand that up. And then I'll make some brickwork from it, and all that's left now is just to glue everything to the base, and we'll see where I go from there. Alright, so I finished the bases, and what I basically did is, after I cut up all the pillars that I had extra of, which was pretty easy, because, you know, they were empty after all, so maybe it had some merits to it. If you want to make broken pillars, that would be a much easier way to do it. But yeah, after I cut out the pillars, I based them on the foam core bases I made earlier. So to give them more depth, I used some paper mache I had and just laid out the ground some more. For the rubble, when I had extra plaster, because I always mix too much, what I did, I just left it to dry and then broke it to pieces. And that made some pretty decent rubble, I would say. All that's left now is to cover the base with more sand, and then I'll go through to the painting, I think. I'll probably give it another coat of Mod Podge just to give everything a bit more sturdiness, but beside that, we're good to go. Alright, we're basically done. All that's left to do is just add a bit of water effect to this, well, bathing house thing. I don't know, ancient Greeks were funky. And for that I will use this quickset epoxy. I will mix it with some isopropanol alcohol to thin it down and hopefully create less bubbles. I hope. Hopefully it doesn't turn out wrong. We'll see. First time I'm trying this on a finished piece, of course. That makes total sense. So strong. But these guys are always hard to push through. Okay. Hopefully that's enough. Alright, let's mix this. Oh, it smells awful. Come on. I know it's supposed to turn white, so I'm trying not to let that scare me too much. But I will be lying if I would say it doesn't scare me at all. More IPA. This is actually nerve-wracking. Why am I doing this on a finished piece? This is so stupid. Never said I was smart though. It is a lot more manageable like this, I will be honest about this one. You won't scrub the cup because it's supposed to be a bad practice. If there's any poorly mixed one, that usually sticks to the side, and you don't want that inside the project. Bubbles, bubbles, rise up to the cause. Hopefully I didn't just fuck this all up.
One eternity later.
Alright, so the isopropanol trick worked out fine. The resin cured a bit soft, but it was very easy to pour and there were no bubbles, so I overall think it was a success. I just poured now some gloss Mod Podge on the top to make some ripples using this straw. Might be too thick of a layer. I'll remove a bit with some TP. Excuse me, I'll take some of that. Try not to add too many bubbles. Ah, my head is spinning. Alright, now we'll just have to wait for this to dry and then we'll see how it looks in the final shots.